All right, good morning, everybody. It is Wednesday. Welcome to Gavin Farm. My name is Nick. We're on 4 fields today. And to get started, I just put in a cement factory here. 4 fields is the map that I use as my main, produce everything map. I have production points on the other ones, but this one is the one that I use for um, the biggest production point. Eventually, I am setting this up to be server-based instead of local. It's just a matter of making sure that I get all the right mods in, because like this here I just built on this map, I don't have the mod installed on the server yet, so I have to get that, and then it'll basically be identical from the local to the server. So what we're going to do today is we have, I don't need that one, I need this one. A lot of stuff here that needs to get loaded on. We're going to get them onto a truck so that they can go either to their production points on the map here or shipped to their various other maps to get processed out. And a lot of what you see here comes from the gardens. And on this particular map, I have 2 of the great big chicken coops. We're just getting the map up and running. And I'm gonna switch out how I mow too, because I'm gonna sell the little mower, the little forage wagon there, and get it all to the big ones. I'm not gonna transfer grass between maps. I will do silage if needed, but at this point, all of my maps have a silage production point. So this will mainly stay on this particular map. But can we fill this one in here? I'm looking for tomatoes. I need a lot of tomatoes for my ketchup. There's some tomatoes. I'm gonna pull those out. How many tomatoes does it show I should have on here? 1,945. And only one of those is on a pallet. Okay. Not a biggie. It'll produce the pallets as we get production going here. But we're also going to take some of the product if the production point doesn't need it. Let's see what our needs are for. It looks like there's parsnips sitting out on pallets here. Yeah. That does our production point need those at the moment. Yes, so we can take all of that over there. So I can do that. This, maybe not this trailer. I thought, yeah, there's 2 parsnips trailers. There are pallets here. Oh, that's okay. We're gonna take him. Take him over and unload him, and then we'll switch trucks. That pickup truck should be able to load those pallets. Right, all the parsnips in there. Here. I did start the engine first. Computer is being goofy again. Let's just try to get through this. And the headlights on these trucks on this mod don't work. That's interesting. And next we're going to want to go sleep to make it daylight. Because the headlights don't work and it's easier to see. Super laggy this morning. This is great. Sometimes having a computer with Microsoft Windows is bad. I wish I didn't have to have Windows to play Farming Simulator. I think I can play on a Mac, but I don't think the mods are the same. I'd have to look into it. Okay, so how many parsnips do we have now? At the other greenhouse, right? Yeah, add that one. So let's make a road trip. Or not. Alright, well if this keeps up like this, it's going to be a really short stream. Because I'm going to have to shut everything off and reboot the computer and... yeah. try something real quick. Bear with me just a moment. You guys are not going to see anything but the game. I'm working on trying to clear some things out here real quick to try to get it to lighten up a little. I'm going to do this and see if it doesn't. Crash my stream. I guess the question is why does a single application have so many different tasks? Okay. Let's see if this helps. At least get me through the stream. Alright, so now we're heading over to the other greenhouse to pick up the rest of the parsnips. And like I said, our goal today is to get stuff to its production point or on a truck ready to ship out. We're still having a little hiccups, but we're doing better. But I've had a Windows 11 computer since November of last year, 2024, and I have not been pleased with it. Windows 10, if it only started acting up when it had an update, and then to kind of force you to do the update, it would get really slow and laggy. That until you did the update, Windows 11 just gets slow and laggy on a random Tuesday or Wednesday. the wrong spot, actually. Where's Ned? Okay. Take them back over. Basically, I want it to just really give me the tomatoes, so I can get those transferred over to Iowa Plains for the ketchup factory. What I'm going to experiment with is I have my logistics center on Iowa Plains right now. I want to try to put one on my server map that runs all the time, and see if, instead of having to go to each garden spots and everything, it all goes to the warehouse, and then from there I can take it to where it needs to be. Unfortunately, because of prior experience with streaming and the server, I can't really show the server map, because the last 2 times I've tried to stream with the server map, it crashed on the server. I don't know why that happened, but basically both times I went into the game the next time and everything I had done during the stream was undone and not there. So that's kind of why I'm making a copy here, so that you guys can get a hint of what the server map is going to look like. And then, of course, I'll have the way to show you guys what's on each map and what's going where. Keep you guys up to date with that. Alright, so we've got 2 pallets of tomatoes right now. Take a quick walk through our garden. This is also a greenhouse, so when the weather gets bad, we'll put the covers up. Everything will still continue growing nicely. Plenty of space here for everything. Yeah, so then in the winter, put the switch here, and now we have a greenhouse instead of just a garden. And during the summer, really nice. Alright, go back to our tomatoes here. Still only have 2,000. And this is I have a ketchup factory on available on here. No. Finished getting him unloaded too here. I hit the button one point and now it's the time. Let's change this. And of course, as you can see, there's a whole lot of flour being produced there to get that loaded. Alright, so this will be until I put a logistics center in, or if I put one in, this will be where everything goes to wait for the trucks. Run over here and get some of this flour picked up too. So with that cement factory being put in, it's a line production point is what they have it as. I just need to find out what I have sitting in Iowa Plains, get it packaged up and sent over here. And that's mainly because that little guy on Iowa Plains isn't producing very fast. So I got the bigger one there to try to get some more production for the things that are waiting on it. And then of course once all the building's done, to be able to sell. See, I'm gonna probably help this all. It's getting all. Okay. There might be something on this map that uses tomatoes, but they're already planned for the ketchup factory on Ohio Plains. They've already ordered them. And of course the bakery needs the flour. Which, do I have the bakery on this? I do have the bakery on this. I should just... Never mind. These guys, we'll load them back up. These guys are gonna go to the bakery. Because the bakery here needs them. I didn't think about that till just now that I brought the production point for the bakery. Yes, I know, in the real world you wouldn't be transporting bags of flour in the rain like this, but I also know that in the real world you wouldn't be storing them out back of the factory on pallets like this. I don't remember where the places are here. Bakery's up there, okay. A little further. Because, yeah, right now all that flour would be no good. What I'll do tomorrow, I'll be back. I'll just come back to Four Fields again tomorrow. And okay. But what I'll do is I'll get some of the box trucks, or the box truck and the semi truck from Iowa Plains to this map, and go from there to load it up. Of course, the mod that allows me to transfer vehicles between maps doesn't keep the product in them, so that still has to be manually done. But I can go through the motion of loading it, putting it in storage, getting all doing all that, and then pulling it out so that you all can see the product on the truck going into Iowa Plains. So like right now, if I load him up with a bunch of pallets and say he's going to Iowa Plains, if I'm on Iowa Plains tomorrow, which it's a toss-up if I'm going to do this one or Iowa Plains, then tomorrow morning you'll see him coming into town full of whatever product I put on. It's not the easiest thing to do, but I like doing it. It's fun. You just have to really make sure that they're I guess if you guys can't see it, it doesn't matter the license plate. Well, spring onion and Napa cabbage. Let me pick that one up since it's upside down. No. Let me see if I can pick it up and get it. There we go. Now it picked up. It was just because it was upside down. Bucks are really, oh my god, it's tight. Okay, so what do we? Spring onion, Napa cabbage, and lettuce. Let's see if I need any of that. Lettuce can go here. Okay. And yes, we can do pickled tomato, but I have it. I'm not sure that I'm going to do any more with that. I might just keep sending the tomatoes to get for ketchup. Napa cabbage is still good. And spring onion we can still use. Good. So we're going to go over to Reserve Food Factory. Does that one take lettuce? Reserve Food take lettuce too? I'm really horrible at remembering what everything does. No, it doesn't. So we need to, okay. I think it's the pickling production point that doesn't, it's very picky about how to drop it off. But we'll get it figured out. I was thinking about coming back to Fort Fields tomorrow for the stream, but I think we'll go to Iowa Plains instead, and we'll go through getting vehicles and stuff set up to come over here to Fort Fields, and then Friday we'll be back on Fort Fields. Testing truck out there, he's still getting things I wish I could automate. That would be one of them. Running all the tests and stuff on the fields. But so yeah, tomorrow we'll go to Iowa Plains. And find out all the stones and stuff that need to come over here for the factory here. We'll load that up, we'll send the truck over with that, and we'll send box trucks over to pick up merchandise to send back. Oh, it didn't take all of it. It didn't need all of it. Okay, so I'll have to leave those pallets there for a little bit. But in the meantime, while I get this unloaded, we'll actually pull right over here. We'll leave that right there so it auto unloads and we're good. It looks like it took one off each, which is no problem. If we're good there, let that do its work. And as we head over to the pickle production with the lettuce, go ahead and wrap up the stream for the day. I'd like to thank you guys for watching. As always, check out my Facebook page, Gavin Trucks, or not Gavin Trucks, Gavin Farm, BUR. I'm thinking Gavin Trucks because that has been my online nickname since I started using the internet way back when. But Gavin Farm BUR is my Facebook page. I also have a Teespring store. Check out my merch. Always changing. I have kind of slowed down putting things on there because I am getting ready to change up and do something completely different where I'm able to offer more product. And then, of course, my YouTube channel. With that,